Hey, what's up everyone? In this week's video, I want to discuss how I went from this quality of image to what I've been able to get ever since. So I did learn a lot about what kind of light I should get and how to set them up, and also how to use my white balance. Before that, in the previous pictures I just show you right here, I was pretty much using what I was able to find around my house, which was just a bedside lamp, and put a plastic bag on it to hopefully diffuse the light. But I quickly realized that even by doing this, the light was still too harsh and it was really hard to control and to do anything with. Another thing that I realized is that the white balance was always off and kept changing because I was pretty much setting in auto. So I quickly realized that by actually setting my white balance manually, I would have much more control, and actually the quality of my videos started to become much better. So I currently have three sources of light. I have one in this direction, I have one in the back, which are exactly the same setup, which you can get here. It's just a LED setup. The good thing about it is that you can really, there's a knob in the back that you can control the intensity of the light as well as the temperature of the light. So they're really customizable and I really appreciate that. The third light that's here on my left is just a small LED light that I just, that's sitting on a little tripod and that I covered with two plastic bags to diffuse the light and avoid it from being too harsh on my face. That's pretty much it. Three lights, one here, one in the back, and this one on the side. And again, I'll show you as well how I went about setting my white balance. I'm using Sony cameras, so I didn't realize that, but I was using preset saved video modes, and I was not able in those modes to use a custom white balance. So if you go back to the actual video sign on your wheel, then there you will be able to go through the menus and set up your own white balance. And so the best way I found to doing it is I literally used a white sheet of paper that I put on my desk, and then they ask you to point your cameras to that white piece of paper or anything that you have that's white and click, and that's pretty much what it's going to use to determine the white balance. So if you do that, your white balance is going to stay constant and it's going to be as close as possible as the reality, which makes it much easier in post. Because beforehand, I would get widely different settings of white balance. It would be extremely challenging to color correct, and most of the time, the video actually end up looking quite unnatural. Another thing that I've been doing is that I make sure to record in 4K, and then whenever I export the final video, I export it in 1080p, because I don't think there's a reason really to have it in 4K. But at least that allows me to capture as much of the details as possible. And yeah, so by doing this, really switching to that light system and making sure to use a manual white balance, I've been able to get much pleasing results. So let me know what you think in the comments. I know I'm also learning my way through all of this. So if you have any advice or anything you would want to add, make sure to drop it below. And also please consider subscribing, as I will keep sharing what I'm learning, and I'm sure that some people will be able to find value in those videos, and I will keep making them. So keep watching them, and I'll see you next time. Bye.